Hey guys, 3D Crypto here. Hope everyone's doing well. And guys, in my previous couple of videos, I spoke about Bankroll Farm and the new Bankroll Farm contract, which allows for risk-free crypto farming and also takes advantage of impermanent loss. So basically, the tokens you are staking or putting in the saver pool will never decrease in quantity. So if you put in 10 banker or 10 wrap TRON into any of these farm saver pools, you will get that same amount back when you withdraw from the contract. But in the time being, while you're in the saver pool, you will be getting a lot of APY, a lot of dividends, a lot of benefits. So guys, without further ado, let's have a look at Bankroll. At the moment, the Bankroll farm contract has kind of just made the Bankroll ecosystem just go crazy. We have just close to 25,000 unique players in the Bankroll ecosystem playing all the different games. We have network assets of just under $9 million US in the whole ecosystem, with just over 2.3 million transactions. So Bankroll, as we all know, is the best way to hold and grow your crypto. And farm is basically the easy button for safe yield farming and growing principal. So let me have a quick look at first the farm contract. So this is the farm contract, guys, and these are all the different saver pools. The reason for today's video is to basically go through each of the saver pools and explain the advantages of each one, or the kind of the benefits depending on your circumstances. So here we can see the banker stats. Banker is at the moment 19.927 TRX per banker, and the total farm yield is 976%, which is crazy numbers. So 976% APY over the whole Bankroll farm contract. So each contract on its own also has different APYs. And then obviously these are averages for everyone in these pools, and then when you go into a certain pool, it will tell you your APY. So for example, in the wrapped TRON banker saver pool, there's over $1 million in that saver pool, and the average APY is 695%. And if I click on my APY, so to have a look at my APY, if I press select, my APY is 1,553%, so almost double what the average is. And obviously APYs are always affected by when you get into the contract, the price of banker. So if the banker price is low when you get in, and then over time it's increased against the other coin you've also paired up, then your APY increases and your dividends increase. So guys, I'll come back to the saver pools in a moment and explain each one in detail. But just want to quickly go through all the different bits of Bankroll that I'm currently in. So I'm currently in farm. I'm all in farm. I've got almost 320,000 TRON in farm, and I'm all in Stronghold for 51,000 Stronghold, which according to banker price at the moment will give me 281,000 TRON. And as you can see, the dividends from the Stronghold contract are also very good, because you are being basically a Stronghold player. It's a long-term way for you guys to profit from providing liquidity to the whole banker ecosystem. So you basically earn passive TRX rewards over time by holding Stronghold. So I like these two contracts very much. Number one is Stronghold gives dividends in TRON, and then Farm gives you dividends in banker. So either way, you're kind of benefiting from TRON and from banker. I was in stack. I had a nice big stack of banker tokens. I had almost 11,000. I withdrew everything because I saw that there was more benefit being in the farm contract. Same with credits. I was all in on credits. I withdrew all that credits I had and put it all to Stronghold. Same with boost. I had some BTT. Rather than letting it accumulate for more BTT, I just done something which I think was the most sensible move. Even though there's a 10% exit fee on all these contracts, I was happy to take that 10% because I know I can make that 10% back up in the farm saver pool. So this is my WBTT and banker saver pool, and it basically shows you the balance of your BTT, your balance of your banker, and how many divs you received so far, and your APY. So in my opinion, 1,943% APY is better than the API that I was receiving in boost. So yeah, so for example, Stack, I'm out of, Credits, I'm out of, Boost, I'm out of, and I'm literally only in Stronghold, and I'm in Bankroll Farm. So these are the only 2 contracts I'm in, and I'm all in. Also, in future videos, I will be speaking about how I am doing something called hyper compounding, which basically allows me to further increase my TVL, or total locked value. So total value of lock, basically, into the farm contract. I'll explain that in a further video. The only other platform that I am using in the Bankroll ecosystem is Swap. I'm using Swap to buy and sell any of my Banker tokens. The reason for that is using Swap basically feeds back to the Stronghold contract again. So keeping that liquidity all in-house rather than going on an exchange just makes more sense. Also, if we look at a quick look at Banker statistics, so Banker-wise, we've got the price here at almost 19, I think it's about 19 TRON, yeah, 19.927. We have mined already just over 12 million, and the difficulty has increased because we're on stage 11. So to reach stage 13, we are about 800,000 Banker away, and then we'll reach stage 13. And once you're stage 13, the difficulty for mining these tokens gets difficult. So you will see your APY go down, and you will see more locked liquidity, and potentially the price of Banker tokens going up. So keep an eye on this total mine number and the remaining supply, because there's only 8.779 million Banker tokens left to mine. So keep an eye on that. And now let me get into Bankroll Farm and discuss the different pools. So obviously, this is Bankroll Farm. You can see my previous videos explaining the mechanics behind it. But to put it into simple layman terms, what you basically do is you pair your Banker tokens with a coin of your choosing to farm more Banker. And you get 0 impermanent loss, and you can withdraw your principal risk-free anytime. So let me explain what impermanent loss means. Impermanent loss means, when I got into this contract, I put in 36,000 wrapped TRON and 3,801 Banker tokens. Now, if I was to press the button withdraw all and revoke, I will get exactly 36,000 TRON back and 3,801 Banker tokens. So impermanent loss means you don't pay any fees, there's 0 risk, you get back those tokens in their entirety. The only thing that might happen is the value of these tokens might increase or decrease, but that is out of the hands of the Banker contract. That is the token price. So now we know about impermanent loss. Now we've got to understand how Bankroll Farm works. So Bankroll Farm offers lossless saver pools to yield farm Banker. So you've got to deposit equal parts of your supported TRC20 token alongside Banker, and you will earn risk-free Banker. Again, Farm has 0 fees. It's powered 100% through participation, and you can withdraw at any time. Interest is earned by mining Banker over time, and each mined Banker is co-mined 1-to-1 with Stronghold to incentivize locked liquidity. So basically means the biggest holder of Banker tokens is a Stronghold contract. And to verify that, if we head on over to Swap, to the Swap contract, and we let the Swap contract load up, and then we go to the bottom of statistics and you look at leaderboard. Let me refresh the leaderboard. So there you go. So holding 5.945 million Swap and earning 107,000 TRON over the last 24 hours is this contract, which is ending V5LS. And if you go to the Stronghold contract, it is V5LS. So you can see through Swap, the biggest holder of Banker tokens is Stronghold. Now, Stronghold isn't a person, isn't a fund, isn't a custody. It is a contract. So nothing can happen to this contract. All this contract can do is buy and sell. And when it sells, it earns fees. And with those fees, it goes ahead and gives it to all the Stronghold players. So that's how it incentivizes Stronghold for locked liquidity. And then obviously, there's a different pool for basically whatever your personal preference is. So let me quickly run through the 2 different types of pool. One type of pool is the where one half of the pool is pegged to a stable coin. So that would be your USDT or US dollar tether banker saver pool. That would be your USDJ pool. So these two pools, whether it be the USDJ or the USDT, this pool, the APYs may be slightly lower, but your risk exposure is slightly lower. Why is that? Because in this equation of 50% one token and 50% one token, the USDT value can neither go up nor down. So in terms of risk, you will never get less than $50 when you leave this contract, as opposed to the other contracts where there is fluctuations. The banker price can go up, can go down. If it goes up, your APY and your divs go up. If it goes lower, your divs and your APY go slower. If this balance was to go to zero, so if your banker value went to zero, you would still have $50. This value is not affected in any way. The other part of the coin, because it's a stable coin. So if your exposure levels are low, you don't want to take a high risk, I would say get into the USDT pool. It's a very good saver pool because obviously one side of it is pegged to a stable coin, and that way your TVL will always be 50% locked forever, no matter what. So those are the stable coins. Now, if we ever look at the other pools which have two coins that can both fluctuate in prices, so you've got the wrapped TRON, which is basically just TRON but wrapped in a protocol which allows it to be tradable and usable on the bankroll farm contract. You've got BTC, you've got Sun, you've got all these other, you've got wrapped PTT, you've got Just. So all of these coins can fluctuate in price. Right. So these price fluctuations, what you normally have is you have one token like Sun, which can go up or down in value, and then you have Banker that can go up and down in value. Now what happens is when one of these tokens, for example Banker, goes up in value against the Sun token, your divs increase. So that level of exposure is good because there's potential for higher divs with more risk. The risk is the tokens on both sides can reduce in value. So even though you have no impermanent loss, which basically means when you withdraw you will still get 41 Sun and 8,586 Banker, what impermanent loss doesn't mean is that you will get it back at that same USDT value, because the 8,586 Banker could decrease in price if the price of TRON and as opposed to Banker goes down, but can also go up. But this happens on both sides, so it's almost like a seesaw where you've got one token higher in value, one lower, and then it keeps swinging back and forth, and that's how you get your APY. So I would say the Sun pool, the wrapped TRON pool, definitely the wrapped TRON pool. Obviously we've got over $1 million in a wrapped TRON pool. The new BTC pool, again a very good pool with some very good APYs. So it's very simple. It all depends on your exposure, what you're comfortable with, and what type of bag you're playing with. So if you have a larger bag and you're inclined to taking certain risks and you want that higher APY during the easier mining stages, because obviously, as I said, we're at 12 million mines. So as the mining stages increase 13, 14, 15 million, the APYs will start to slow down because it takes more mining effort to mine one Banker token. So it may be a good idea to go into these farms early on, and then once the APY slows down, head on over to a stable coin like USDT, where you know 50% of your total value is locked. So that's farm. All the different pools are there. We've got currently, as it stands, 8 different pools. More to be added, more added every single day. For example, the BTC one was added just yesterday. So simple to get into these pools, whatever pool you want. For example, if you want to get into the BTC pool, as long as you have some Banker, click on the Get BTC button, and then you can go from there, press trade, and equal amounts of Banker and another token. So let's say I had 1,000 TRONs worth of Banker, that's fine, and I put 1,000 TRONs worth of BTC, I'll get 0.02. I'll basically just head on back over to farm, press select, press deposit, and you can write, for example, 0.02, and I will need 420 Banker, and that would get me into this pool and earning some APY. So guys, that is farm, and that is all the different pools. So my personal strategy is I'm doing farm and stronghold all in. Stronghold for the TRX divs, farm for the banker divs, and both contracts feed one another, so it's really good. The stronghold contract pushes the farm price up, the farm price gets pushed up, it allows for more mining of the banker token and larger returns. So it all depends on what you feel comfortable, which pool you feel comfortable getting into. All of them are going to be producing wonderful APYs. All of them are impermanent loss kind of factored in. So all of each pool you go into, they all will have impermanent loss. So the stable pools, that impermanent loss also exceeds the fact that half the total value will never decrease in value, but at the same time it will never increase in value. While these pools, the BTC pools and the TRON and the Sun pools, these are based on hedging almost. They're based on thinking both sides of the seesaw will go up, leading to higher APYs and larger total value, which when and if you want to remove it, will give you the most benefit. So guys, in my next video, I'm going to talk about farm strategy, on how to kind of hyper compound your earnings. I know a lot of people are used to having a roll button here. You press roll, and as soon as you press roll, all your dividends are kind of split, and you kind of increase your total value. With farm, it's slightly different. So in my next video, I will explain exactly how to go about hyper compounding your dividends. So guys, that's bankroll farm for now. Please do leave a comment down below. Please do leave a like on the video. If you have any questions about which SAVER pool to get into or which SAVER pool is best for you, please do leave it down below. Any questions, any comments, please do leave them down below. If you're not in bankroll farm or any of the bankroll ecosystem, I will leave all the links down below. Guys, if you use my link, it will help out the channel quite a lot, because obviously I get a small referral reward, and that obviously helps with the channel, and I do appreciate that. Please do subscribe to the channel. We have over 1,300 subscribers. Every one of you means such a lot, and so I'm thankful for that. Let's get more exposure on these videos, get new people into banker, into farm, show them your amazing APYs, and you will see more people jump in to bankroll farm. So guys, as I always say, you work hard for your money, make your money work hard for you, and until my next video, take care.